I am Archangel Michael, the protector of truth, the guardian of light, and the defender of all who walk in faith. I come not with distant words, but with a message that touches the very center of your real human life. You live in a world of noise and chaos, where confusion often drowns the quiet voice of God. But I tell you, his voice is not gone. It still whispers, even now, even here. The same Jesus who walked the shores of Galilee walks beside you today. You may not see his face, but his presence is the breath that calms your storm. You've been asking, Lord, where are you? Why does it feel like my prayers echo into silence? I have heard these cries, for I stand close to those who feel forgotten. Let me tell you this truth. The silence you hear is not absence. It is preparation. Heaven works quietly before it works suddenly. What you call delay is often divine timing being perfected. Jesus is not late. He is precise. When he waited 4 days to go to Lazarus, it wasn't neglect. It was so resurrection could be seen where death was thought final. In your own life, you'll find moments where everything seems to crumble. Finances stretched thin, relationships falling apart, the weight of responsibility pressing on your heart. In those moments, you might wonder if heaven has turned its face. But I say to you, look again. Behind the pain is purpose. Behind the storm is strength being built within you. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Every trial is a training ground. Every unanswered prayer is an invitation to trust deeper. You see, real faith is not proven when life is easy. It is proven when life makes no sense, and yet you still choose to believe. That is where divine power begins, not in comfort, but in surrender. Let me speak plainly, as one who has watched humanity for generations. The world teaches you to measure your life by achievement, status, and possession. But heaven measures you by endurance, compassion, and obedience. What you do when no one sees, how you respond when life wounds you, these are the true marks of greatness. If you believe in God, comment 777 below. There was a time when Jesus stood before a crowd that shouted, Hosanna! And only days later, the same voices cried, Crucify him. In your journey, you will experience this too. People will cheer for your light until it exposes their darkness. Do not let this discourage you. Your validation must come from God, not from applause. The attacks you face are not random. They are indicators of your assignment. The greater the purpose, the greater the opposition. When you are chosen, you become a target, but also a vessel for victory. I have stood by many who thought they could not go on, and yet they did, because heaven carried them. You are no different. You have been carried more times than you realize. I know the weight you feel, the financial pressure, the uncertainty of tomorrow, the fatigue of trying again and again. You look at others and wonder why their paths seem smooth while yours feels uphill. But child of light, what grows fast often fades quickly. What grows deep endures storms. You are not behind. You are being built to last. There are moments when heaven allows hardship not to destroy you, but to reveal you. Just as fire tests gold, trials test faith. When gold is heated, the impurities rise to surface. In the same way, pain brings out what is hidden in your heart. Fear, pride, doubt. Not to shame you, but to free you. God never exposes what he does not intend to heal. You may look around and see uncertainty, jobs unstable, prices rising, systems failing, and fear begins to whisper, how will I survive? But hear me clearly. You are not sustained by this world's economy. You are sustained by heaven's provision. The same God who multiplied loaves and fishes still multiplies today. It may not always be miraculous in appearance. Sometimes it's subtle. A new opportunity, a stranger's help, an idea that opens a door. Be attentive to small signs. The divine often begins in the ordinary. Remember how Jesus was born in a manger, unnoticed by kings, but surrounded by angels. God does not need a grand stage to move. He needs a willing heart. Let me give you a real example. There was a woman who lost her job and feared eviction. Every night she prayed, yet nothing seemed to change. One day, she felt a quiet nudge to help her elderly neighbor by delivering groceries. Though she had little, she obeyed. Within a week, her neighbor's son, a business owner, offered her a position. The miracle came wrapped in obedience. She didn't earn it through worry, but through compassion. Comment amen if you receive his peace in the middle of chaos. Do you see? Heaven's system works differently. Where the world says get more, God says give more. Where the world says fight for yourself, God says serve others. The moment you live aligned with love, provision follows. Jesus said, "Seek first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you." That promise is not expired. But let me also speak truthfully. Not every blessing looks like abundance. Sometimes God blesses you through subtraction, removing what you thought you needed so you can discover what truly matters. Many cry when something ends, not realizing that heaven is redirecting them to something better. Do not resist what God removes. When something leaves your life, it's either time for it to go or time for you to grow. When you lose, learn. When you wait, worship. When you fall, rise again. Heaven measures success not by how many times you win, but by how many times you refuse to quit. And remember, Jesus understands everything you feel. He too faced exhaustion, betrayal, and fear. He prayed, "Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me," but still chose obedience. That moment in Gethsemane was not weakness. It was surrender. In real life, you too will face cups you wish could pass. But if you surrender them, grace will meet you there. You do not need to have perfect faith. You only need to keep showing up. Even mustard seed faith can move mountains. Even whispered prayers can summon heaven's armies. You are not expected to be fearless, only faithful. I know some of you have prayed for breakthrough for years. Healing, financial stability, restoration, and it feels like nothing has changed. But let me tell you what heaven sees. Every prayer you've spoken has formed light in the spiritual realm. Those lights never disappear. They accumulate, building pressure until the moment God releases the answer. When that moment comes, it won't be gradual, it will be sudden. Your breakthrough will not arrive as a whisper, it will arrive as a roar. And when it does, you will understand why it took so long. The pieces that once confused you will fit together perfectly. But until then, stay faithful in the small things. Keep working, keep believing, keep forgiving. Sometimes the biggest test is simply to remain kind in a cruel world. Every act of goodness builds heaven's favor around you. Do not underestimate the power of gratitude. When you give thanks even in lack, you shift from victim to victor. Gratitude changes perspective, and perspective changes everything. The world right now is searching for stability. People are anxious about money, about the future, about the unseen. But those rooted in Jesus will not be shaken. His peace is not the absence of storms. It is a calm within them. You can be surrounded by chaos and still stand firm, because your foundation is not built on circumstance, but on Christ. He said, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." That victory is not distant. It lives inside you. Every time you choose forgiveness over anger, you participate in his triumph. Every time you choose faith over fear, heaven rejoices. This is not about religion. It's about relationship. Jesus does not want your perfection. He wants your presence. Talk to him as you a friend. Bring him your doubts, your plans, your failures. He already knows them, but sharing opens your heart to his healing. And know this, I, Michael, am always near those who walk in truth. I fight unseen battles so that your destiny can unfold. When darkness tries to whisper that you are alone, remember this moment. You are not. You never were. Every time you survived what should have destroyed you, that was not coincidence. That was protection. Heaven's timing is aligning now. The doors that were closed are beginning to open. The opportunities that were delayed are being released. But be wise. When blessings arrive, do not forget the giver. Prosperity is safest in the hands of gratitude. If you believe in God, comment 777 below. Let go of comparison. Someone else's success does not mean your failure. God's blessings are not slices of a limited pie. They are infinite, unique to each journey. Celebrate others, and your season will come faster. As I speak, angels are moving through time and space, rearranging situations for your favor. Where there was lack, there will be overflow. Where there was conflict, there will be peace. Where there was doubt, there will be clarity. But remember, blessings are not magic. They flow through faith, discipline, and alignment. So rise each morning with intention. Speak life over your day. Pray not from fear, but from confidence, saying, Lord, I thank you that you are already working. This is how faith becomes sight. In coming days, you will notice divine patterns, moments of synchronicity, perfect timing, unexpected provision. Do not dismiss these. They are heaven's fingerprints on your life. Stay steady, even when others give up. Your consistency will be the bridge to your miracle. And when the breakthrough arrives, you will not say, I achieved this. You will say, God was faithful, for indeed he is always my beloved one. Listen closely, for the voice that calls you now is not from a distant heaven, but from within the light that already surrounds you. I, Archangel Michael, stand beside you as the messenger of divine clarity. In your heart, I speak, not in thunder or lightning, but in the stillness that settles when you finally stop trying to fix everything on your own. There are moments when you believe that your life is defined by what is missing: money, opportunities, understanding, peace. Yet I tell you, what is truly missing is not provision, but perception. You have forgotten who walks with you. The divine presence of Jesus, the one who conquered death, still lives in you. He has not abandoned you in your storms. The truth is that heaven never withdraws from those who call upon the name of the Lord with faith. Even when that faith feels like a whisper, you ask, why am I still struggling? And I answer you with love, because your soul is still learning the rhythm of trust. Trust is not built in comfort. It is forged in waiting, in perseverance, in moments when nothing seems to move. Just as the seed must stay underground before it blooms, so must your faith remain hidden for a season before it bears fruit. The reason some blessings seem delayed is not because God is punishing you. It's because your timing is not yet aligned with divine timing. What is coming for you is not small. It is not something temporary. It is something that will shift the course of your life and generations to come. That is why patience is necessary. If this message resonated with you, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps spread positivity and brings us closer as a community. Do not look at the success of others as proof that you have been forgotten. Their journey is not your timeline. Some are blessed early to inspire faith, while others are refined longer to carry heavier crowns. You, beloved, are in the latter category. The crown you are meant to carry is not built from ease, but from endurance. Even now, as I speak through this message, I can see the weariness in your heart, the silent tears you do not let anyone see. You have prayed, God, do you still hear me? And I tell you, yes. Heaven has recorded every word that left your lips, every tear that touched your pillow, every good thing you did even when no one thanked you. Not one act of kindness, not one moment of obedience, not one step of faith has been lost. There are unseen records in heaven, and your name shines brightly there. The season that felt like silence was not punishment. It was preparation. You were not being ignored. You were being equipped. You see, when a warrior is chosen, they are not sent to battle immediately. They are trained, strengthened, and tested, not to break them, but to ensure they can carry the victory with integrity. In this earthly realm, many are chasing after wealth without wisdom and fame without faith. But the riches of heaven are not given to destroy, but to build. This is why the divine often waits until your spirit matures before releasing what your heart desires. You must not only receive blessings, but also handle them with grace. You may not realize it, but you are being transformed through every disappointment. The days when you thought you failed were actually days when you were learning faith's language. Heaven measures progress differently than humans. Every time you refuse to give up, every time you chose to forgive instead of hate, every time you prayed instead of complaining, heaven rejoiced. Now hear me, your shift has already begun. What was once blocked is now beginning to open. You might not see it yet, but the flow of divine favor has already started moving toward you. The people meant to bless you are awakening. The doors that were closed are now being stirred. It is not coincidence. It is orchestration. There will come a moment, soon, where what once made you cry will make you grateful. You will see how every detour, every delay, every heartbreak was leading you toward divine alignment, you will look back and say, if that didn't happen, I would never become who I am now. That's how the divine works, turning ashes into beauty, pain into wisdom, and delay into destiny. Let me tell you a truth that most overlook. The greatest blessings often hide in seasons of confusion. When nothing makes sense, that's when faith grows. When everything seems still, that's when heaven moves the most. You may not feel like you're advancing, but in the spirit realm, you are walking through open gates. I see someone right now who feels like they've been working hard for years, and nothing has changed. You wonder if God sees your effort. You've given, prayed, served others, yet it seems others prosper while you wait. I say this to you directly. You are not invisible to heaven. You are seen. You are valued. You are chosen for a bigger story. Sometimes, divine favor hides until the moment you least expect it. The harvest does not appear overnight. The tree must first send roots deep into the unseen soil. That's what's happening with you. You are not failing. You are rooting. You are not forgotten. You are hidden in divine timing. Now lift your eyes. Stop counting what you lost and start preparing for what's about to arrive. A new alignment is forming, one that involves divine connections, restored opportunities, and supernatural provision. For some, this will mean a sudden career breakthrough. For others, a financial shift. And for many, it will mean inner healing that finally unlocks external blessings. Archangel Michael speaks now to remind you, no force of darkness can steal what God has assigned to you. There are spiritual battles happening unseen over your peace, over your finances, over your destiny. But you are not fighting alone. Heaven's armies surround you. I am among them, and we stand guard over your path. Every word of faith you speak becomes a weapon in the unseen realm. You may have been through betrayal, loss, or loneliness, but none of those moments broke you. They built you. You've been learning how to stand when you're tired, how to smile when you're unsure, and how to believe even when nothing seems possible. That strength is sacred. That resilience is your armor. There will soon be a divine reversal. Those who underestimated you will witness your rise. The ones who mock your prayers will see your answered blessings, not as revenge, but as testimony, proof that faith is never wasted. Jesus does not delay because he doubts you. He delays because he is designing something greater than what you asked for. While you've been praying for an open door, he's been constructing a mansion. That's the scale of heaven's generosity. And I say this clearly, your prayers are not floating aimlessly. They are alive, active, and scheduled for manifestation. Heaven's timing is precise. When your heart is ready, when your faith aligns, the divine current begins to flow, and no one can block it. So, my beloved, do not fear what's coming. Fear what would happen if you stop believing now, right before everything unfolds. You are standing at the edge of a breakthrough that will redefine your life. Stay patient. Stay steady. Keep your heart pure. Look around you with new eyes. The signs of divine movement are already there. The unexpected call, the random opportunity, the moment of peace after a storm. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. If this message resonated with you, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps spread positivity and brings us closer as a community. You are not at the end of your story. You are at the turning point. Heaven has already written the next chapter. Walk forward with courage, for I, Archangel Michael, am with you, guiding, protecting, and preparing the way. In the next stage of your journey, the revelation will deepen. You will not only see provision, but also purpose. The blessings coming your way will not just fill your bank account, but will heal your heart and restore your faith. This is the beginning of divine alignment, where miracles move from unseen to seen, and the favor of Jesus surrounds you like a shield. Prepare, beloved. The heavens are moving for you, and the world is about to see the light of God's promise revealed through your life. Beloved one, listen now, for I speak again as the light that never leaves your side. I am Archangel Michael, the protector sent to remind you that your destiny is not delayed. It is being divinely designed. You may feel weary, but you are standing at the edge of a new horizon. The prayers you thought were forgotten are now beginning to echo through the corridors of heaven. What once felt like silence was not absence. It was a sound of divine rearrangement. You are entering a season where the unseen becomes seen. What you planted in faith will now rise in fruit. The work you did in secret, the love you gave when no one thanked you, the patience you held when others mocked your faith, all of it has been seen by God. Every sacrifice became a seed. And now, the rain of favor is coming to water those seeds. There are moments in your journey when you've said, I can't keep doing this. It's too hard. But in those very moments, heaven whispered, hold on, because the blessing is near. You were not being tested to destroy you. You were being prepared to sustain what is coming. Many people receive miracles, but lose them because they are not spiritually ready. You, however, have been in divine training. Do you remember the days when you cried alone, asking for one sign that things would change? Those tears were not wasted. Every tear that fell became a drop in heaven's jar. And now, that jar overflows. You are stepping into a divine turning point, where what was withheld will now be released, and what was broken will now be rebuilt stronger. I speak truth to you now. Do not measure your life by what you can see today. Measure it by what is being built behind the veil. While you see confusion, heaven sees construction. While you see delay, heaven sees design. God has not forgotten your name. The same hands that shaped the stars are still shaping your future. There will come a moment soon where everything suddenly begins to make sense. You will see how the pain led to purpose, how the rejection led to redirection, how the loss became preparation for something greater. You will thank God not only for what He gave you, but also for what He withheld. Because not everything you asked was meant to bless you. Some things were withheld to protect your calling. You may look around and say, but why did I have to lose so much before this season? Because sometimes the greatest growth happens in emptiness. When everything you once leaned on falls away, you are finally able to stand on divine strength alone. That's when you discover who you truly are, not what the world calls you, but who heaven knows you to be. And I tell you this with clarity. Heaven is about to confirm your endurance. A blessing long delayed is about to manifest. You will soon witness a moment so clear, so undeniable, that you will know this could only have been God. It might come through a person, an opportunity, or a door you didn't even knock on, but it will be unmistakable. For many of you, this next phase will involve restoration. What the enemy tried to destroy in your finances, your relationships, and your confidence will now be restored with divine power. The very areas where you suffered the most will become the areas of your greatest testimony. You will say, I thought it was over, but God made a way. Remember the story of Job. He lost everything, yet God restored double. That same principle of divine justice still exists. Heaven never lets pain end in loss. When you trust through tears, your restoration becomes multiplied. So, do not fear what you lost. Anticipate what's being returned. You may not realize it yet, but you've already shifted. The heaviness that once surrounded you is breaking. The cloud is lifting. The spiritual atmosphere around you is being cleared. I have been warring for you, not in metaphor, but in truth. The battles you felt internally, the sudden anxiety, the spiritual exhaustion, the doubt that seemed to appear out of nowhere, these were not signs of weakness, but evidence that you were being fought for. The enemy fears your breakthrough because your faith is dangerous to darkness. Every time you refused to give up, your light grew brighter. Every time you prayed when it felt pointless, you expanded heaven's influence on earth. That's why the attacks came, because you are not ordinary. You carry divine assignment. Now I tell you, the warfare is ending. The tide is turning. The chains that try to bind your progress are being shattered even now. Your energy will return. Your peace will increase. Doors will open without explanation. Where you once begged, you will now command with authority. That is what happens when heaven promotes a soul who stayed faithful in the dark. Comment Amen if you receive His peace in the middle of chaos. There will soon be visible signs of what has shifted. Some will find sudden financial relief, unexpected income, new job opportunities, long-delayed payments released. Others will find reconciliation in relationships that once felt irreparable. And many will feel a deep inner release, as if 1,000 burdens are suddenly lifted. This is not fantasy. It is divine timing. What was blocked was not denied. Heaven simply waited for the right alignment. When your heart, your faith, and your future were ready to meet. You cannot rush divine process, but you can prepare for it. And now heaven says, prepare because it's coming. Beloved, I speak gently to you now. Stop apologizing for your anointing. Stop shrinking your light to make others comfortable. You were created to carry heaven's frequency on earth. The reason you never fit in with the world is because you were never meant to. You're called to shift atmospheres, not conform to them. Do not worry about those who left you. Their departure was part of your elevation. Some could not stay because your calling would have exposed their comfort. God removes before he restores. You will see this clearly soon. Those who exited your life made space for divine replacements. The ones coming next are aligned, not assigned by convenience. In the physical realm, you may feel like you're starting over, but spiritually, you're stepping higher. Every ending you faced was a disguised beginning. You are not losing. You are leveling up. You prayed for provision, but heaven is not just sending money. It's sending movement. Divine connections, renewed clarity, restored energy. The provision will follow the movement. The moment you start walking in faith again, heaven will pour out in ways you never expected. Let me reveal a truth from the divine. Prosperity is not about luck. It's about alignment. When your actions, thoughts, and words align with divine truth, abundance flows naturally. Fear blocks, but faith unlocks. You cannot expect heaven's supply while holding on to earthly doubt. So release it. Speak what you seek. Declare what you desire as if it already exists, for in the unseen realm, it already does. When you say, I am blessed, heaven agrees. When you say, I will overcome, light begins to move. You spent too long replaying the past. Now, focus on what is ahead. There is no power in regret, only in rebirth. You are not the same person who began this journey. You are wiser, stronger, more aware of the divine within you. That awareness is the real miracle. If you could see yourself from heaven's perspective, you would no longer doubt your worth. You are seen as light, radiant, resilient, rising. Even now, angels surround you. I stand at your side, clearing paths, dismantling lies, silencing voices that speak fear. You are not walking alone through this transition. You are escorted by heaven's authority. Soon, you will experience what I call divine evidence. The moment when everything you believe finally appears in the physical. The business idea takes off, the home manifests, the healing occurs, the phone call comes. It will not just be one thing. It will be wave after wave. This is your ripple season, where one blessing leads to another. But remember, keep your humility. Gratitude is your protection. When blessings arrive, stay anchored in worship. The moment you begin to think you earned it by your own hand, the flow lessens. Stay in alignment by thanking Jesus for every provision. His name unlocks doors that no human can shut. Beloved, the divine story of your life is far from over. The page you are on now may feel uncertain, but the author has already written your victory. Trust him. Let go of your timeline. Let go of comparison. Everything meant for you is already moving toward you. I, Archangel Michael, remind you once more, your fight was not in vain. Your patience was not ignored. Your faith has activated a release that cannot be reversed. Stand firm in light. Speak with faith. Walk with boldness. Heaven is ready. And soon you will testify, not of survival, but a divine success. Not of pain, but of purpose. Not a delay, but of destiny fulfilled. For you are chosen, beloved, and your next chapter will prove that heaven always keeps its promises. Beloved, now stand in the light of completion. The season of waiting has ended. The winds of change are blowing in your favor. What was once a distant promise is now unfolding before you. You will see doors open that no human could have unlocked, and peace will return to places in your heart that once knew only fear. I, Archangel Michael, tell you, this is your confirmation. The time of struggle was not wasted. It forged strength in you that eternity honors. The tears you shed became the soil for your blessings. The prayers you whispered in silence build a bridge between heaven and your destiny. Now, step forward. Expect miracles not someday, but now. Expect alignment, restoration, and peace to flow like rivers around you. Heaven has approved your breakthrough. The angels stand ready. Go forth with courage. Keep faith alive in every breath. Jesus is with you, not just in spirit, but in power, guiding your steps, blessing your hands, and surrounding your life with light. This is your time, beloved one. Rise now, not in fear, but in divine confidence, for your story is not ending, it is just beginning. Comment Amen if you receive His peace in the middle of chaos.